beautiful Cancer friends, and welcome to your horoscope for May of 2021, where this month we've got Jupiter on the run, moving into the energy of Pisces. We've got the retrograde activity increasing this month. Saturn will step into retrograde, as well Jupiter, as well as Mercury will retrograde at the end of this month. Plus, we've got an eclipse happening in Cancer. Whenever there's an eclipse, this definitely has a bigger impact on you than some of the smaller lunar events, as you are ruled by the moon. So this is definitely one of those months you want to take note of what is going on. So let's get in here, Cancer, and talk about what's going on right before we're really heading into some Cancerian birthday time. You're just a couple months away, so start to take note what's going on in your areas of rest and rejuvenation as well. We've got some planets that'll help you do that, okay? Right at the beginning of the month on the 3rd, we've got Mercury moving into the energy of Gemini, and then right behind that on the 8th, we've got Venus moving into the energy of Gemini. So both of these energies are going to light up your 12th house space. And as they activate this 12th house energy, one of the things that happens is Mercury is in full power. It's in Gemini. It is completely comfortable here. So in your 12th house, the places and spaces of your mind that are so curious, your networking, the places that you are social in this 12th house area, you might find that you're sensing a spiritual shift happen to them in some way, almost as if you're in a realignment with what you think and who you connect with in this 12th house space. Mercury here in Gemini really has stimulated the mind. It's really stimulated the space of information. So you could also find yourself, you feel like you're information guzzling things on spiritual information or things that you were just not interested in before. And as we travel throughout May, you feel like you are like you've got to have that information. Now, Venus in the 12th house here in Gemini is also going to bring this feature where it magnetizes you towards intellectual pursuits, intellectual ideas. You're looking for the information, and Venus will help pull what you want towards you. So work with Venus. See, this is the thing. Venus will literally walk something into your life if you work with her, not against her. So allow Venus to be this magnet for the information that you need to come in, whether it be 12th house information, maybe something coming through dreams, through your intuition, something from the past, or something walking in between the worlds. Is this a time in your 12th house that is quiet? It's rest, it's rejuvenation. Is this what you need to be doing, is stopping, slowing down the mind, and really listening to where your body, your mind, and your spirit are at as we're traveling at the beginning of this month? Is it time for a retreat? You know, is there a summit that you're participating in? Something that really fills and nourishes that spiritual cup, I think is going to be very much so in your favor. Now, the other thing to pay attention to with Gemini in the 12th house, it is the phenomenal for bringing out information that has not yet been shared. Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent will depend on what's happening in your life, but Mercury will come in and just start telling the tea. So if there's something that's been going on or a project you've been working on, this may start to illuminate itself from this 12th house space. On the 11th, we're going to have a new moon at 21 degrees of Taurus. This will light up your 11th house space. Friends, social groupings, social media, all places where we have mass media or mass groupings and connection. But as well, I think it's your long-range plans, goals, and designs for getting you to those goals also gets a highlight on it at this new moon. And the new moon is where we're going to plant our seeds of intention, Cancer, right? Like, what are we going to do? How do we need to see this from a fresh perspective? Where can we get a fresh breath of energy to kind of come in and show us the next steps on that pathway? In the energy of Taurus, this is an energy you are very friendly with. You very much so understand each other. So as this moon is friendly in Taurus, has a nice harmony with Neptune, Pluto's got a nice interaction as well. I think the idea in your 11th house space of not only having maybe new friends or a new tribe or a new grouping that you feel like you can really resonate with is not a stretch here, but also the beautiful part of Neptune and Pluto is that maybe you don't need a new tribe and new friends and new anything. You just need to weed out the crap that's not working for you already. And this includes on that pathway to your long-range goals and designs and dreams. What's in the way? Where can you let this energy be a sensual, body-connected experience where you feel so earthly attached to, tied to, and nourished by the plans of your 11th house that that's what you're asking for help with from this particular new moon. Whatever that is for you, let me know in the comment section down below. Now on the 13th, we have got Jupiter moving into the energy of Pisces. This is going to light up your 9th house space, but Jupiter's just here for a snack. Okay, he's just doing a little preview of what's happening in this 9th house space, where he's going to expand you, publishing, marketing, broadcasting, things that have to do with your beliefs, your faith, international travel, international relationships. I also think that that is very important here. I just keep getting this sense, Cancer, if you are in some kind of long distance relationship, Jupiter's going to have something, there's a shift. There is some kind of expanding of the horizons around that, but I don't think it officially happens until we get to December of this year or through 2022. But I think you get your inkling of what this needs to be between May and July of this year. Now on the 20th, we're going to see the sun entering into the energy of Gemini, bringing light, heat, life, and vitality, but also your signal, Cancer, to begin to allow a little bit of a slowdown to happen, right? This is the 12th house space. You need to assimilate everything that you have learned in this last year and get prepared to put it all to good use and to good action. Work on things quietly. It's a really good season right now to be a human being and not a human doing, and allow yourself this once a year really delicious energy to bask, cleanse yourself, ritual yourself, and get ready for your next year, okay? On the 23rd, we've got another indicator that it's time to slow down just a little bit, with Saturn taking its retrograde in the energy of Aquarius, which is, of course, in your 8th house. Now, Saturn is going to take this retrograde at 13 degrees of Aquarius and come out of retrograde October 10th at 6 degrees of Aquarius, okay? But as Saturn takes this retrograde now, it is joining Pluto, and then at the end of the month Mercury will join in, and then we're going to continue to go, and then Jupiter will get in place to join in as well. So it's really this indicator that now we have to shift direction. We're not pushing so hard to go forward. We've done a lot of forward motion, but we need to stop for a minute, go back over it and review it, and see where Saturn is asking us to clean up things, release things that are not working anymore. In your 8th house, where do you genuinely need a detox? Do you need a detox from a joint connection that is not healthy for you anymore? Do you need to detox your thoughts or something in your psychological life? This is also a great indicator, I think, of debt. Clean out debt, whether this is spiritual debt, mental debt, emotional debt. You know, is this medical debt? Like, it could literally be medical debt, but when's the last time, Cancer, you really had your body taken care of? You've had those medical checkups done. When is the last time that you innovated these areas? Saturn in Aquarius. Now, another thing that you can do under this energy is just look from the time that Saturn came into Aquarius in December of 2020 all the way until now. What have you been shown maybe needs an adjustment, that's trying to mature, or it feels hard, or it feels stuck in these 8th house areas of joint connections? This will be where Saturn's indicator of this retrograde is showing you how to go back over those things and apply a new technique and bring a new maturity to the table. On the 26th, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse happening at 5 degrees of Sagittarius, and this will be in your 6th house. Now, this is another point of slowdown for me with you, Cancer, because I feel like, first of all, the lunar eclipse says we need to end something, acknowledge something, or make an adjustment of some variety. Something needs a swap. Now, a lunar eclipse in and of itself, you usually feel the impact of because you're ruled by the moon. So this is very personal. I think when there's an eclipse, it really does kind of get personal. But in your 6th house, this is the house of daily routines. Okay, but it's also the house, again, of health. So the health of your daily routines, your mental, emotional health and wellness, health of maybe people even around you that you're being of service to. But this is where I feel like health is such a big indicator for you, because I think it's telling you, you've got this 12th house energy with the sun over here, and then you've got this eclipse here. So I think there's this conversation this month, Cancer, about better habits in your daily life that really give you life. Making sure that you are on top of a healthy, productive daily routine for yourself. In Sagittarius, the eclipse energy is asking us to look at truths or ideas that we've had that have been governing this area. And I think that this is a call for you to re-look at what these truths have been that you've been living out of. Is it like, yeah, I really don't have to drink water, it's not that big of a deal, or whatever it is that fits into your daily health routine life. I think this is a good energy to take to heart. Now, also, an eclipse just brings a shakeup. That's what it's known for. So in your work life, things with co-workers, especially if you are a freelancer, you could definitely see a shakeup happening here. Now, I will tell you, this moon has got a square to its ruling planet, Jupiter. So in that particular energy as well, we could see that maybe you are trying to expand something out and it feels stuck, but you're really just having to work harder to get to the wisdom of what's on the other side. So whether it's health, whether it's work, just know you maybe have to do a little bit more push over this next 6 months. And it's not like, oh my God, Stormy, when does the struggle end? No, it's like work smarter, not harder. Allow this eclipse to show you where you can be more productive, okay? Now, as we close out the month on the 29th, we see Mercury taking its retrograde in the energy of Gemini. It's going to do this retrograde at 24 degrees of Gemini. So you can just use May alone to look at what you're going to be going over. When Mercury moved into Gemini at the beginning of the month, from the beginning of the month until now, what have you been seeing in the 12th house? What's your experience? This is where Mercury is going to take your mind back over it, okay? So a retrograde gives us an opportunity to re-edit, review, re-invite, reconnect, rewind. It gives us an opportunity to do all of those things, including, my friends, relax. So this may be a great Mercury retrograde for you to put on some Netflix and chill, or just the chill part, assimilate everything you've learned all year, read that spiritual material, read nothing if you don't want to, but it is still Gemini energy, so your curiosities may be piqued. Now, absolutely a Mercury retrograde in the 12th house can bring back old situations, whether that be people, places, or things, and that is a call back to your attention. Whatever comes back is looking for a culmination, especially from the 12th house. It's looking to be put to rest. So let me know what comes back for you as you'll probably see it a little bit more as we're traveling into June, but let me know what's coming up, what's coming back for you. Is it a dream of something from the past that is calling you back to remember a piece of your heart or a piece of your creativity that maybe you forgot about for a while? Let me know as we get to the end of the month and we get into June, okay? All right, my beautiful Cancer friends, I hope you have a glorious month, and I look forward to connecting with you every week and in every interaction that we get to have. Have a great month, Cancer. Bye.